All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General Sarah Soon said he kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. Yes, family. I'm excited and delighted to be accepting members to the Sarah Soon said YouTube page, a dynamic page. Y'all know what it is. Black Power, Black Frequency. You feeling that frequency and energy. You should most definitely join. Link right down in the video description. Also in the chat says join, click that link. You'll get a introduction, video introduction rundown on the memberships, what they entail. You see one you like, you should most definitely join. Even if you don't, I appreciate your presence here at the Sarah Sunseti YouTube page. Continue to engage, continue to advance. That's right, family. Ring the alarm, kingseti.com, online marketplace, official General Sarah Sunseti DVD lectures, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, African and Kemetic jewelry, holistic tonics and remedies, home decor, accessories for every room in the house, family. 25% off selected items at this time. Save and shop, shop and save. Pull the fire alarm, generalseti.com, SETI University. We talking about over 1,200 videos in all subjects that you know and love from the general. Plus, we have the monumental, supplemental, instrumental research materials from the grandmaster teachers with, check this out now, an overview from the general on the grandmaster teachers, giving you 360 degrees of African academic knowledge that cannot be compared to by no other website on the planet, family. KingSeti.com, SETI University. Become a member today. And, to all my family, everybody knows SETI popping on Patreon, BPC making noise. We never calm. Exclusive live stream, too hot to handle on YouTube, but just so exquisite. We keep it for our family on Patreon, keeping that fire burning. You want to dig your hand down in a treasure chest of wisdom and knowledge. You get a chance to see the general live. I just went live. You'll get a chance to see me go live after this particular video. Yeah, I'm putting in some work on Patreon too, and you want access to that. So get over there. You got over 300 live streams exclusive, that have not been seen no other place than Patreon. So gain access to that today. All the family that donated to the general, I want to tell you, I thank you and I appreciate the fact that you appreciate me. And to any of the family out there that would like to donate to the general, keep the general on the battlefield. The link is in the video description, is in the chat, and donate. And I thank you ahead of time. To all my family out there, make sure you subscribe to all my YouTube channels, King Seti, General Seti, Sabra Soon Seti. Rock that notification bell, get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it, share with your family and friends, and comment, comment, comment. Just don't say nothing stupid, because I will ban your ass. Now, we talking about, let me get him. We talking about the magic rituals being performed during the holidays. Okay, the magic rituals being performed during the holiday. What we have to understand clearly, if you didn't, if you've been keeping up with the general, number one, that many of these figures that is attached to Yule, Santanelia, what's up, Ray? Black Power, Christmas. See, we got to go to the earlier icons. You see, Krampus. Wait a minute. Yeah, we got to go to the, so we can show you. We don't want you to confuse reality. You see, we don't want you to confuse reality. So we gonna get you together now. We gonna get you together. Nah, wait a minute. Matter of fact, let me get some of these. I hate this. Okay. Now let me get on here. So yeah, this is the Yule goat. Yeah, they Yule goat and shit. And so yeah, the Yule goat is older than Santa Claus. Yes, he is. He's older than old Kris Kringle. You see, you don't want to talk about your your little goat god that y'all celebrate on at the Yule tide that been renamed Christmas tide. You see, you love worshiping that goddamn goat. You know what I'm saying? But this is so why am I saying this? Because we're talking about rituals. So we know that one of the, we talk about Wiccan. You talk about this goat that they call the Yule goat. The Wiccan call it the Baphomet. And then you got the Freemasons and they got the goat. You see, they got the goat. So yeah, you expect that during this time, there are rituals. The parades are ritual ceremonies. You see, there are ritual ceremonies. All type of, ritual symbolisms is playing out on this goddamn TV, that they not telling you about, and then when you talk about the carnal, the carnal aspect of the whole holiday thing. You see, the whole carnal aspect of the whole holiday thing, a lewd, a type, a gross and coarse, a dysfunctional spirit. You see, that's up under there that they can't whitewash any longer. It's coming out of there. They can't keep the veil on it because the history is being exposed more and more today than ever. You see, a lot of people is gaining access to the origins of these holidays. You see, and so when you talking about coming into the winter period, for most of them Europeans, this wasn't looked at as a season of jolly and holly. It was looked at as, is we gonna make it through the goddamn winter? Is we gonna make it through the goddamn winter? Do we got enough food? Is we gonna have enough fire and warmth in this motherfucker before we freeze over? You see, everybody didn't make it through the goddamn winter, and so in a lot of death, in a lot of death around that time across the board. You know what I'm saying? That's why many of these what they call Christmas demons and Christmas witches, and that's exactly what they say. So we're showing how what we think is Halloween, and people say, "Oh, this is Halloween." No, goddamn it, Halloween is Christmas. Halloween is Thanksgiving. Halloween is goddamn New Year's. You see, when New Year's come and then they come out and up there in Philadelphia in Mummer's Day, where they put the mask on, and I don't know which one of them is more perverted, Mummer's Day or Mardi Gras. But both of them motherfuckers is running they running neck and neck in all type of, you understand, uh indecent, ritualisms. You see, and they don't, and like I say, they don't mind that. You see, America, like, fuck it, they slick, they separate. They separated, certain aspects of the Yule tide, and they made other holidays and say, okay, we are separated for Christmas because we want to make some money now. We don't want to, this is a different type of nation. We trying to exploit people. You know what I'm saying? Out of their revenues, and so they created what they call Christmas. And so what they did is they took the carnival aspect and they created, the holidays like Mardi Gras, and then they gave motherfuckers shit like spring break and all that shit. That's the carnival aspect of what they was doing during Christmas, during Easter. You see? Yeah, during Easter, because when they banned in Britain, when they banned, that was I believe it was in the 1600s, when they banned Christmas and Easter. And people don't realize from that time that they banned it, yeah, they allowed it to come back. Maybe because that was the time. I think his name was Oliver Cromwell, and he had they had dethroned the king in England for one. I don't know. I don't think it was too much longer. I think it was about, maybe 40 years or something, like 30 years or something along that level. And then they brought the king back. You know what I'm saying? But, they tried to dethrone the monarchy over there. And in that time, they banned Christmas. They banned Easter because of the carnal aspects of the celebration. So imagine you come to an Easter or Christmas celebration, and they out there like they at spring break. You see what I'm saying? You got to understand that's how it was. And so they said, fuck it, we banning this shit. But this was the format. And so in that, and with all of that, you had all your demonology, because you're dealing in demons. You're dealing with demons and shit. And so in that, you get your incantations and shit. They had, you had to protect yourself. And so, putting the mask on. They would wear the mask at Christmas, and they still do. If you go over there, let me show you now. They still for Christmas wear the mask. Now that's one of them, but but let me show you. Let me show y'all. Hold on, let me come out. Can't show you all the goodies. Can't show you all the goodies. No, sir. This one of them right here too. Let me put it back up in here. Yeah, where you see how they put the goat. This motherfucker look like the Wicker Man. Put the goat, got the goat fur on, got the yeah. So this was before Santa Claus. So they were already with the goat. You see, they was already with the goat before Santa. So and understand, you could imagine the level of ritualism that went on with this type of these type of practices and shit. Man, this shit looked like it's straight out somewhere Blair Witch shit. You see what I'm saying? This is exactly what it is. And so the confusion is of letting your guard down, into believing that there's something else that's going on. Now they saying one of the names of Satan is Old Nick. Now that's another thing that we got to deal with when we talk about one of the names for Satan is Old Nick. But that's the same, a nickname for Santa Claus is Old Saint Nick. You see, Old Nick, and then you got also Old Saint Nick. You see, and so here it is. Not only is his name Santa, an anagram is actually an anagram for Saturn. Okay, both of them, Satan and Santa, are anagrams for Saturn. Okay, Saturn. And Saturn, in that aspect, Saturn, his alter ego is Pan. That's who he is. That's his twin. Just like Krampus is the twin of Santa Claus. Okay, so you know, and so that's where that come in at. And so right there let you know that, you know, they have the same frequency. Santa and Satan has the same etymological frequency. You understand? And Saturn. You know, coming out of that root, you know, in their end, you will find, you know, the gold god Pan. So right there with the Satan, it brings in the Baphomet. It brings in the Azazel and the Beelzebub and all of that shit. Only those are only renditions of the primordial goat god Pan. Also manifested in Saturn, which today they call Satan or they call Santa. All of have aspects of Saturn. Now you see Saturn with the, you know, he's also, you know, connected to the children, but in a more wicked way. That's, you know, in a more wicked way. You have to watch them. You know what I'm saying? Because they say that, you know, the Jews, you know, they have, you know, around these holidays, you know, that's what they say. Now you can look it up, and you, of course, they, you know, yeah, well, you know what? I understand the cat. You know, I don't get all. We'll find our greatness. Yeah, it is what it is. Capricorn. What we gonna do? It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know. But we you know, we're gonna find a way to see if the energy, what the energy is on the other end, on our end, what it was. We know what it is on their end, but then we got to see what it is on our end. You know what I'm saying? And there, you know, it is looked at as a leader, you know, and you know, because you got Saturn. You know what I'm saying? You got Saturn where he's looked at as the primary leader, and so it's still some attributes in there that, you know, is still current on both sides of the. You got the positive and you got the negative. You see what I'm saying? It's still some similarities in that because the African deity, you know, that, you know, they co-opted. You know what I'm saying? What was the energy in that? You know what I'm saying? And that's what we have to find out. So the cat, you know, is the ram god. You know what I'm saying? You talking about Amen. You know what I'm saying? You talking about Amen. You know, and so we'll get off into that. We'll do some crossover studies to, you know, see how that, you know, and what that means for us in our own African tradition. But so you see, you know, you got Santa ain't nothing but a damn devil. They saying this motherfucker is Satan. You see? And that they both got the same, that's why they say nickname. You see what I'm saying? You got a nickname, meaning, nigga, you got a devil's name, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Most niggas, you know, and not all people, but you know, most niggas and shit, you know, they got, you know, when they get a nickname, they get one of them street names. Yeah, nigga, two pistols, and you know what I'm saying? You want to be some wicked, you know, two murders. You know, that's your new nickname, two murders. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's your name? Nigga, my name two murders. You see, you want some old wicked ass name where you seen as a pillager and a plunderer. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want to be, nigga. That's what you want to be. So you understand that now. Now, when I say Dylan, you know, you have to watch your children. You see what I'm saying around because of the chronos. You see, you got to watch them. You know, he eats the children, chronos, father time. You see, an attribute of Satan and Santa and in Saturn, chronos. You understand? Eating the children. You see, and so even around Easter, around Christmas, they talk about the birth of Jesus, how he had to flee Herod. Herod is chronos. It's the same story where Zeus had to flee and so on. And so you see that they're what they call child sacrifice is during them times. And so when you ritually, one of the most profound rituals is when, the parents take their children to the mall, you see, and you know, and they take a picture with Santa and this, that, and but that ritual, that's the ritual when Kronos, as he had already eaten all the children, you know what I'm saying, his children, and the last one was Zeus, and he called her, he said, bring me Zeus. You see what I'm saying? And she came, but she had a stone. She had hid Zeus and wrapped the stone up and handed the stone over, wrapped up in swaddling to Kronos, and he just swallowed it. So that's when you bring your children to that Santa Claus, which is Kronos, which is Saturn, and you hand your children over in a sacrifice, and you don't know who the fuck this is. This is a perverted, and they got so many pictures of some of the wildest looking Santa Clauses ever. Yeah. Some of the wildest. Wait a minute. Hold on, family. Close my shade. Yeah, they had some pictures of some of these Santa Claus. Man, the kids was up there crying like a motherfucker. This motherfucker looked like a axe murderer. You understand what I'm saying? I don't even see how in people come and put their babies and shit, and these motherfuckers, look like straight serial killers. You see, looking like straight serial killers. You can't hide this goddamn, and so that's one of the biggest goddamn rituals right there. You understand? Coming and indulging in all that pagan shit and supposed to be a goddamn Christian, knowing that Santa Claus is God. Knowing he God. Santa Claus is God. Okay? Let me show y'all something. And see how, I'm going to show you how they try to play on us. Wait a minute. Did I show y'all that one? Wait a minute. I'm going to clean that one up. Where I just put that? I probably put it down here somewhere. Where the motherfuckers say, God, you. I say, what? And then they're gonna tell you when you see this term that they call God Yule, that it means Merry Christmas. Now, another thing that I wanted to bring up about that old Nick, you see that old Nick was this right here, how they got Nickelodeon. You see, Nickelodeon is in the spirit of old Nick the Devil. That's what it is. Nickelodeon, yes, it is. You go right on back to Saint Nick. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get, family. That's rooted in the same premise as Nickelodeon. Always, co-opting the children. You see what I'm saying? And so when you got Santa Claus, you see that Krampus is just like Pan, and they always he's smiling because he's under every damn deity you could think of. Pan, that's why they call it the pantheon. You see, so if you dealing with any of that Greco-Roman shit, you got the goat in there. You see, you got the perverted goatism in there, and you got to know that. And so when don't let them hide, and put on the ho 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 and Merry Christmas and shit and this that and the third and goddamn Santa sneaking through the back door with a butcher knife, ready to do some scandalous shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't let your guards down on that. You see, it's no longer where it's just fun. No, it's not just fun. It's ritual ceremony. It's a cult. imprisonment, where you get caught up, thinking something ain't nothing, just fun. Everything got a history. Everything got a frequency. And like I say, you got some silent killers out here today. You got all these energies in the air and shit that you ain't even seeing that could be, doing damage to you and your body right now. Like 5G, silent killer. You be, and motherfuckers dropping dead, all type of cancer, all type of crazy shit, that they talking about with this 5G. But how many other frequencies is out in the air that you don't see that's killing your ass? So when they say what you don't know won't hurt you is a goddamn lie. What you don't know can not only hurt you, but kill you. You understand? Do away with you. So it's just like when you different than history and different with religion and interaction and shit, because all it requires is your consent and it's on and popping. That just like when you go to the doctor and your ass, and you sign on a paper of consent. Then whatever they take from your ass, if they take your DNA and what they own that, you consented to that. So when you consent to engage in these goddamn holidays, these holidays, then you have opened yourself up to the ritualism. Okay, that's the first thing is to get the sacrifice to willingly engage. You see, and volunteer for sacrifice. You volunteer. Ain't nothing better than that. You come right on over, say, yeah, hell yeah. I don't know a goddamn thing about none of this shit, but you know what? It seems like fun. It is, nigga. Come on down here in the dungeon with me right quick. It's nothing but fun. You say, in the dungeon? You say, what? Yeah, come on down here, nigga. Let's have some fun. Yeah, it is fun. Yeah, come on. Yeah, and nigga, in 2 days later, we'll hear about your ass on the goddamn news, nigga, because you didn't, you wants to have fun. You don't want to look at this shit from a critical viewpoint and call it like it's supposed to be called. You wants to have fun. It ain't nothing to you, but yeah, well, yeah, but goddamn it, it's the premise. See, and what happens is we when it comes, we have to stand on the front line all the time, the majority of the time. You know what I'm saying? We can't fall back because when we look at the conditions we in some fucked up conditions. And so when you in some fucked up conditions, you ain't got no time to say, oh, we gonna slide on this, and we got to be full steam ahead in all areas. Full steam ahead in all areas, because we got too many niggas out here that didn't went astray. So we can't be casual in shit. We got to be straight and narrow and one foot in front of the other and move the fuck on up out of this state of confusion that we living in. And as long as we engage in the holidays, which is the biggest ritual ceremonies on earth, where the whole world is engaging. You understand what I'm saying? That just letting you know that, this is the biggest ritual, and that goddamn ball dropping, you know what I'm saying? Satan falling to earth. You see what I'm saying? Saturn falling to earth. This is where you get that concept from. And so you best to wake up, nigga, and you best to know that ain't no fun engaging in things that you don't know about. Know well in which you are engaging in, because you just do not know that it could be your demise. It could be your demise. And when we talking about The United States of America spending damn near $1 trillion for, there's some powerful magic going on during these times with the commercials and everything else. So we'll be talking about this further as we move along, family. Breaking the spell. That's what I want to do. Break the spell on my family. You see what I'm saying? And we will do that. We will be successful with many of our people. I want to thank y'all for being in here today. We got more presentations for coming, and so don't sleep on the general. We rocking out tonight. Black Power.